Mr. Hissner here, and today I figured I'd give you all a screencast to back to school presentation since they switched to Zoom. I know sometimes we have issues with Zoom, or maybe we're just not interested in Zooming. So just make it easy for you guys to send out a link for you all to watch, and that's how you got here. So again, I'm Mr. Hissner. Nice to meet you all digitally, at least. So a little bit about me, just education-wise, kind of experience-wise. This is my 6th year here at Redland, and I did my undergrad at Millersville. I was a math major at Millersville, and then I landed in this position as a math teacher here at Redland. I went back to school. I went back for my master's in education curriculum teaching with a focus in online content delivery, delivering online materials effectively. So essentially just being a good online teacher. I started that program in January 2020, finished that program December 2021. So now I'm actually back at Millersville in a similar program. It's not for another master's degree, but it's for a certificate, or like I forget what they call it. But anyway, it's just for looking how to teach STEM effectively, integrating STEM into the math classroom effectively. So currently in that right now. A little bit about me. So I actually got married during the height of the pandemic, May 2020, and to my lovely wife Kylie there. And then shortly after, we had our son. That's Leo, and he just turned 2 in July, end of July. So he's about 2 in a month. So what's that, 25 months. Currently, you can see here, he doesn't go in his high chair anymore if I'm around. If it's just him and Kylie, he sits in the high chair. But if I'm around, then we have to eat with Dad. So, needless to say, I should say that, with that said, when I'm not at work, my priority is on my wife and my kid. I check my emails, a couple times a week when I'm at home, but just finding the time between master's classes and, properly maintaining a functional and happy household can be tough with integrating work while I'm at home. So I do my best, to reach out, but most of my work gets done at work. So, if you do reach out to me and it's at night and I only email you back the next day, this is why. So just heads up. Geometry, no. How about AP statistics? So in AP stats, I send an email out to all the parents about calculators, and any TI will work. There's a whole range. I bought my TI-84 in 2004, and I still have it. I used it in my undergrad. Still use it now today at home. So any TI will work. TI has this weird business model where they never drop their prices on any of their stuff. So the TI-84 technology is really old, but they add just little tiny things. Most recently, they added a bright backlit color screen, and now that they charge a premium for. But what I recommend is you can get these used on Amazon or on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, and for really like half the price. Issue with the calculators. So I have about a class set right now. I think I went through and tested the ones I have. I have about 15 TI-84 and TI-83 mixes. But my biggest class is 18, so I just don't have one for everybody. And I have another class of 10 kids in it, so I don't have enough to give every kid to take one home, unfortunately. So this is where we're at. The good thing about these calculators is that, like I said, they stay relevant. You can buy other calculators. I really recommend the TI-84 just because it is cheap and it is kind of tested by time, for better or for worse. There's a calculator called the TI-Nspire with an N instead of like Inspire, play on words. But even that, I think the TI-84 is actually better, and it's somehow has withstood the test of time better than most technology. It's actually really, really impressive. So this course, AP Statistics, of course, is taught through the AP lens. So they're learning all the statistics. They will learn statistics essentially at a college level, which is why they would be granted the college credit. But I teach through the AP lens because I want kids to get what they deserve. I want kids to get a 5, a 4, or 3 on this exam. And so I teach not just the content, but then I pause and I teach how to what are they looking for? How can we get these maximum points back on this AP test that we're all going to take, which is about $100. And our track record for Redland, I mean, our kids are rock stars here when it comes to AP tests. So I really encourage everyone to take it, just because even kids who are shaky and they're like, oh, I don't know how they're going to do, they nine times out of 10 they pass. It's just amazing. We have just such an amazing group of kids here, and they are rock stars on these AP tests and AP stat tests included. So one thing I do for them is I offer test remediations. So if they get, for example, 3 wrong on their test, what I do is I give them their test back and allow them to make corrections. As long as they explain what they did and why the right answer is the correct answer, they will get half credit back. So essentially kids can get, let's say like a nice C, like 80% on a test, and then do the test remediations and get back a B plus, a 90. So they will, get back, or you get a B and then do your test remediations, you get a 90, and then you hand it back in and you get an A. So, it's very, very helpful for them. I want to maintain the rigor of the AP standards and give them AP stuff. The issue with that is that those are hard questions. They're hard. They're hard exams. So I also want to get them to have the ability to learn from their mistakes and grow. But there's a requirement to this, and that's that they must have all their homework and classwork, all the work in, by the time we take the test in order to qualify for the test remediations. So that's the only caveat. But yeah. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Maybe I'll hear from you all.